Honorable Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, Honorable MOS, Prime Minister Office, down here, who has been our guiding force and inspiration, in whose back of mind always the development of Jammu Kashmir is there. Mr. K.K. Sharma is advisor to the Lieutenant Governor, the Chief Secretary, Mr. Khandelia, Mr. Kachru, ladies and gentlemen, all the business leaders and the captains of industry and officers and friends from the media. It is indeed a very great pleasure today on the momentous occasion when we, for the first time we are venturing into this kind of an event. Already, you have already seen the presentation and the short film. The speakers before me, they already have narrated about the potentials and other things. Perhaps I am very overwhelmed and looking and seeing you such a large number. Perhaps we have been, like your apprehension about the Jammu Kashmir, we are also perhaps a lot of apprehension we had, but today I am very happy to see that such an overwhelming response on this hall. When we talk about Jammu Kashmir, a lot of apprehension comes, lot of things we imagine, and as already has been narrated, must be as it is being portrayed everywhere, as if the life is in the standstill and some kind of things are happening. But let me just assure you that that is not the scenario. The general life is there is very, very good and cordial. People are very hardworking, very, very participative, and as you already seen that there is lot of that kind of environmental friendliness which one should be enthused about. Without going into whatever has been repeated, I would like to just emphasize on few things. That is another apprehension or maybe some kind of presumption that what happened after the 5th of August. Already Dr. Jitendra Singh has said that how you have been struggling all through, in spite of all the help from the Government of India, in spite of all the policies, same policies which have been extended to the northeastern and the hill states, we are not able to catch up with the investment. In spite of the mineral resources, natural resources, so much of uniqueness, we have been lagging behind. In fact, the Prime Minister Development Package, which was given in the 2015 itself, that was also languishing because of the kind of things we have inherited. On this background, I would like to say, in this historic moment, Jammu Kashmir is passing through a period of rapid momentous changes and have taken last 6 months, which have changed the constitutional order in Jammu and Kashmir, have removed artificial legal and economic barriers, which the rest of the country have fully integrated, and the JNK is now in true sense of the term, which there was a barrier. I think you have a lot of this kind of question in your mind that what is now unique which was not earlier there. The legal architecture and system prevailing the rest of the country has been made applicable now. All of the laws of the Union government and the government have been now made applicable post 5th of the August, which is streamlining. It has removed many barriers, particularly as an investors, you would be wondering about many things, particularly the land issue, ownership rights, the employment and other things. Let me just assure you that because of this transition, we have removed this kind of barriers. Now this so-called what is called domicile rights and these kind of things we have addressed, while keeping in mind the local interest, local ownership over the land assets and local employment opportunity. We have, as it is prevailing on all over the country, we have removed all those barriers which will give you an equal level playing field there, which it was not there earlier. All the constitutional, legal, administrative and governance setup in Jammu Kashmir has been a major challenge to develop as par with the rest of the country and benefit from the rapid economic growth happening elsewhere have been addressed now. Most importantly, apart from applicability of the law, all the provisions and all kind of schemes and other available incentives, we have now removed those barriers. Not only we have removed those barriers, we have streamlined our processes. And there is a sort of complete business engineering reprocessing. We have reprocessed our systems to gear up to your expectations, or to see that there is ease of doing business, there is single window clearance, hand holding, there will be a quite good number of good policies and framework which will immediately give an advantage to us, which we have been lacking earlier, and because of which we have not seen that kind of activities in spite of the all resources and the environmental advantage we had. The hurdles which were earlier there have been removed, although we were put at par with Himachal and the Uttarakhand on the same incentives were extended to the Jammu Kashmir also, we could not see earlier this kind of thing. Because of these changes and because of this streamlining and re-engineering of our processes and systems, we hope that you will find it interesting and you will see, as Dr. Jitendra Singh said, that just because our presentation or just because of this few of these things, you may not be so enthused, but I would invite you there and to see what kind of changes is taking place and how conducive the situation is that, and those apprehension about the militancy and the terrorism that you can see, once you see, you will believe in that. Currently, there is a lot of media reporting about the restrictions. Those restrictions are limited to this kind of disruptive activities only. Wherever these business activities are there, business processes are there, wherever this kind of things are there, we have seen that it is streamlined, it is facilitated, and there is no such barrier, there is no such problem in there. Only to see that the common people, the innocent people don't get affected and they are not put to the disadvantage, these kind of measures we have taken. You are aware that we are facing this kind of situation for the last so many years, but because of the various concerted actions, now we have minimized this menace. There is quite the normalcy has come up. It is in the common public, it is totally normal, and it is maybe abnormal for the militants only now. So this is the situation where now we are now launching a new experience. This kind of apprehension was there in other places also. I had some exposure to this when the entire place was, the media reporting was there. That particular situation, the Global Investor Summit started, and where that state has now reached. Similarly, I find it the similar situation here, which is a lot of miscommunication, apprehension, and that in that context, I am doubly sure that we will be able to meet your expectations. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, we are, with your encouragement, we are going for a Global Investor Summit. This is just a part of a curtain raiser, a very, very good interaction with you. Today we are very much encouraged. Actually, we were in the same situation, as I said, same apprehension, what you have, we had also same situation perhaps. But let me tell that we are really very happy. In fact, I was wondering that we should have bigger venue, we should have taken it. But anyway, it is the beginning, so we will be scaling it up. We are planning a summit in somewhere in the April. Before that, we will have so many other events. Already in the presentation you have seen, we will be having a road search nationally and internationally. And in the summit also, we will be having that kind of sectoral, B2B kind of an seminars, where different sectors we have identified. As already we have seen, in a shortest period of time, we have been able to frame certain policies. Already 14 sectors we have identified. We have taken the strength, our strength of whatever the strength is there, to looking into our environmental concerns and our natural resources and other communication and other things. We have identified those schemes. Even some baskets of schemes have been already identified for ready to look into that thing. Of course, you will look into all these things, but you will get a better outlook of those kind of opportunities. Apart from that, as Mr. Sharma has already said, we are also aware that we will have to handle, we will have to promote. So we are coming out with large number of fiscal and non-fiscal incentives. And I will assure you that we will not be failing in that. We will be, in some cases, we will be at par or better than many other locations or many other provinces or the states we are getting that kind of investment incentives you will be getting here. Apart from that, we have categorically separated out the policies for the small, medium and tiny industries and the large and mega industries. I can say that in the first time, we have, as in the beginning I said, that lot of apprehension about the ownership and the domicile rights and that kind of thing. We ourselves have identified few thousand acres of land. Purely this 6,000 acres of the government land only. We have not tapped the private and other land. We have just identified that, and we are bringing up some kind of industrial estate there, and separate legislation we are bringing in that, so that it is, you can just plug and start your activities, that kind of all infrastructure along with the critical infrastructure required for business to start. We are trying to provide that kind of situation, so that whatever we have lost so many years, we can kickstart very quickly. So we have identified this kind of thing. Apart from whatever we have said about the other infrastructure development is going on the connectivity in terms of rail, roads and air, that all upgradation is taking place. We have a huge potential for the hydropower and certain mineral resources also. We have, as the previous speakers have already spoken about, the wool industry or the horticulture industry, you will be surprised, all these things, including basmati, we have there, but the processing is somewhere else. We don't have wool processing center there. We don't have, out of 22 lakh metric ton apple, our capacity of processing is 1/10. That kind of situation is there. So we have a huge potential in the horticulture sector, biotechnology, in pharmaceutical engineering, precision engineering, ITs. We have a large number of schools, colleges and skilling centers, and very good students and very good manpower and human resources which are there. It's readily available and they can be upgraded also. Many bigger institutions are also coming up, like AIMS and NITs. We have many such institutions are coming up there. There is a potential. And the youth are very enthusiastic. They are very sports loving. You may be surprised that they are all round in the nook and corner, even the so-called militancy area also, you will find people are enthusiastic about the sports. They require sports facilities, stadium, and they are very good in the football, cricket, and many other individual games. And we are creating at our level that kind of opportunities also. So much of youth participation is there, which is not known perhaps. Until I went there also, I didn't know about the kind of enthusiasm among the youth there, and they are already in the mainstream. Because of our inaction and certain things, we have not been able to give that kind of opportunity who are eager to contribute to the overall development growth of the state. So you have a ready human resources also there. and you have natural resources there, and we will be coming up with all these policies and see to that we will be able to play larger role in your with together our journey, and see all round development and growth of the Union territory. These schemes which I was talking about, the incentives, both fiscal and non-fiscal, we have already checked out on certain kind of an incentive for the GST, other taxes, already it has been said, and we are working with Government of India, and very soon we will be coming out with concrete policies, and of course we have already said whatever the draft policies kind of thing we have already given you can have your suggestions also. Apart from that, particularly the larger investment and industry, we can dedicate a single window and single officer for that to liaise with you, so that you will have no problem to see yourself how to go ahead with this kind of thing. I think most of the things have been already touched upon. Only in the end, I will try to assure you that all those apprehension, the hurdles which were there, because of the abrogation of 370 and applicable of all the laws of the country and the schemes of Government of India, and with engineering of all the processes, we have perhaps not only come up with at par with other states, we are little bit edge over some of the states also. We have that kind of setup already, and with this I request you to participate in the global summit. Before that, we would be very happy to understand your requirement, your interest of areas, so that we can also again gear up for that thing. We are here, are very serious that now the Union Territory should now march ahead and attain highest achievement in various fields, particularly creating employment opportunity for the people, for the prosperity and development, also the development of the nations and the business. With these words, I think we will have a lot of interaction section. So I conclude. Thank you very much.